Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Anna Magnani, 1908 to 1973, was one of Italy's most celebrated and powerful actresses, renowned for her raw emotional intensity, naturalism, and deep humanity on screen. She became a defining figure of Italian neorealism and a symbol of authenticity in post-war cinema. Born on March 7, 1908, in Rome, Italy, Magnani was raised by her grandmother after being abandoned by her mother. She studied acting at the prestigious Eleonora Duse Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in Rome and began her career in theater and cabaret, where she gained recognition for her spirited performances and strong stage presence. Her early years on stage shaped her distinctive acting style, bold, passionate, and deeply real. Magnani's breakthrough came with Roberto Rossellini's landmark neorealist film Rome, Open City, 1945. Her portrayal of Pina, a working-class woman caught in the Nazi occupation of Rome, was a revelation, her performance full of anguish, defiance, and truth. The role made her an international star and helped establish Italian neorealism as a major movement in world cinema. In the following years, Magnani became known for portraying earthy, emotionally complex women who embodied both strength and vulnerability. Her notable films include Bellissima, 1951, directed by Luchino Visconti, in which she played a mother obsessed with making her daughter a movie star, and The Rose Tattoo, 1955, an American film adaptation of Tennessee Williams's play. Her performance in The Rose Tattoo earned her the Academy Award for Best Actress, making her the first Italian actress to win an Oscar for a foreign-language performance. Magnani's collaborations with Tennessee Williams continued, as he admired her deeply and even wrote the play The Fugitive Kind with her in mind. She also worked with directors such as Pier Paolo Pasolini, Mamma Roma, 1962, Jean Renoir, The Golden Coach, 1952, and Sidney Lumet, The Fugitive Kind, 1960, opposite Marlon Brando. Despite her fame, Magnani remained deeply tied to her Roman roots. She often rejected Hollywood glamour, preferring honesty and simplicity. Her performances reflected her own life experiences, marked by hardship, independence, and fierce pride. Off-screen, she was known for her fiery personality, sharp wit, and passionate nature, traits that mirrored the characters she so vividly portrayed. Anna Magnani passed away on September 26, 1973, in Rome, at the age of 65. She was buried in the Cimitero Monumentale del Verano, mourned as one of Italy's greatest cinematic icons. Magnani's legacy endures as the embodiment of emotional truth in acting. Her work influenced generations of actors and filmmakers around the world, and she remains a timeless symbol of artistic integrity, womanly strength, and the unfiltered power of human emotion. Anna Magnani's life and career were as dramatic and passionate as the characters she portrayed. Known as La Lupa, the she-wolf, she was a woman of fierce independence and deep emotional honesty, whose artistry helped redefine acting in European cinema. Early life and struggles. Magnani's early years were marked by hardship. Born out of wedlock, she never knew her father and was raised in modest circumstances by her grandmother in Rome. Though her upbringing was difficult, it was also steeped in the sounds, language, and spirit of working-class Rome, elements that later shaped her acting style and helped her connect authentically with audiences. She studied at the Academy of Dramatic Art in Rome, where her fiery temperament and expressive face quickly drew attention. Before becoming a film star, Magnani performed in small theaters, revues, and nightclubs, singing and acting in comic sketches. Her husky voice, expressive eyes, and natural charisma captivated audiences. She soon gained a reputation for her powerful presence and her ability to portray genuine emotion without artifice. Rise to fame in neorealism. Magnani's career took off in the 1930s with appearances in comedies, but her true breakthrough came after World War II with Rome, Open City, 1945. Directed by Roberto Rossellini, the film captured the horror and resilience of wartime Rome. And Magnani's performance as Pina, who is shot dead while chasing a truck carrying her fiancé to his execution, became one of cinema's most unforgettable moments. Her anguished screams symbolized the suffering and courage of an entire nation. The film's success made her an international symbol of Italy's recovery and a leading figure in the neorealist movement. Unlike many glamorous actresses of her time, Magnani embraced imperfection. Her weathered beauty, unfiltered emotions, and working-class authenticity resonated deeply with audiences around the world. Hollywood and international success. Magnani's talent soon attracted the attention of Hollywood. Tennessee Williams, deeply moved by her performances, wrote the Rose Tattoo specifically for her. Her portrayal of Serafina della Rose, a grieving Sicilian widow torn between passion and pride, was widely acclaimed and won her the 1955 Academy Award for Best Actress, as well as a Golden Globe and a BAFTA Award. Though she briefly worked in America, Magnani preferred her independence and resisted becoming part of the Hollywood system. She turned down many roles that did not feel authentic to her. Williams continued to admire her deeply, calling her the greatest actress I have ever known. Later career and collaborations. Magnani continued to take on challenging and emotionally rich roles. In The Golden Coach, 1952, directed by Jean Renoir, she played a fiery actress navigating life and love in the theater world. Luchino Visconti's Bellissima, 1951, showcased her dramatic range, portraying a mother whose obsession with her daughter's stardom leads to heartbreak. One of her most poignant later roles came in Mamma Roma, 1962, directed by Pier Paolo Pasolini. As a middle-aged prostitute trying to build a better life for her son, Magnani gave one of her most powerful performances, a raw, tragic portrait of maternal love and social struggle. Personal life. Magnani's private life was as vivid as her on-screen roles. She had a long and complicated relationship with director Roberto Rossellini, who later left her for Ingrid Bergman, an affair that became one of the most famous scandals in film history. Despite her heartbreak, Magnani remained dignified and strong, channeling her emotions into her work. She had one son, Luca Magnani, with actor Massimo Cerrato, whom she adored and often described as her greatest joy. Throughout her life, Magnani valued honesty, independence, and passion above all else. She rejected superficiality and never attempted to conform to conventional beauty standards, instead embracing her own natural presence and inner fire. Legacy. Anna Magnani died of pancreatic cancer in 1973, but her influence endures. She transformed the image of women in cinema, showing that strength and vulnerability could coexist within the same character. Her performances inspired generations of actors, from Sophia Loren to Meryl Streep, who once called her the essence of truth on film. In Italy, Magnani remains an enduring national treasure, a symbol of Rome itself, proud, emotional, and eternally human. Streets, theaters, and film festivals have been named in her honor, and her films continue to be studied as masterpieces of emotional realism. Anna Magnani's legacy is not just that of a great actress, but of a woman who lived and performed with uncompromising authenticity. Her work remains a timeless reminder of the power of truth in art and the beauty of imperfection in humanity. The Rossellini affair and Hollywood tensions. Anna Magnani's life and career were profoundly affected by her connection to director Roberto Rossellini. After working with him on Rome, Open City, a strong professional and romantic bond developed. Rossellini admired her authenticity and emotional power, often saying she embodied the soul of Italy. However, their relationship was turbulent. Rossellini left Magnani for Ingrid Bergman, who he cast in his subsequent films. The affair made international headlines, causing a scandal in Hollywood and Europe. Magnani was deeply hurt, but instead of withdrawing from her career, she channeled her emotions into increasingly intense, complex performances. Her resilience during this period cemented her image as a woman of strength and authenticity, someone who refused to be diminished by personal betrayal. Despite the heartbreak, Magnani maintained a passionate commitment to her art. She once famously said that she didn't care about fame or money, only about truth on screen, a philosophy that guided her choices for the rest of her career. Later roles and artistic evolution. In the 1960s, Magnani collaborated with younger, innovative directors, proving her versatility and enduring relevance. In Pier Paolo Pasolini's Mamma Roma, 1962, she portrayed a former prostitute striving to secure a better life for her son. Her performance is unforgettable, raw, unflinching, and heartbreakingly human. Critics hailed it as one of the pinnacles of Italian neorealism, showing that Magnani's emotional intensity had only deepened with age. She also appeared in international films such as Sidney Lumet's The Fugitive Kind, 1960, alongside Marlon Brando, further demonstrating her range. Whether portraying Sicilian widows, mothers, or theatrical actresses, Magnani consistently brought depth, passion, and truth to every role. Persona and public image. Magnani's persona both on and off screen was legendary. Unlike many actresses of her time, she rejected glamour and artificiality. She never dyed her hair or conformed to Hollywood beauty standards. Her husky voice, expressive face, and naturally imperfect appearance became her trademark. She embodied real women, their struggles, desires, and contradictions, which made her performances timeless. Her personal courage extended beyond acting. She was outspoken, independent, and fiercely proud of her Roman heritage. She often championed working-class stories, making her a symbol of Italian resilience and authenticity. Her intensity and individuality made her a role model for future generations of actors who sought honesty over artifice. Legacy and influence. Anna Magnani's influence on cinema is immense. She bridged Italian neorealism with international film, showing that emotional truth transcends language and culture. She inspired legendary actresses such as Sophia Loren, Meryl Streep, and Isabelle Huppert, who admired her fearless approach to character and her refusal to compromise authenticity for superficial beauty. In Italy, Magnani is more than a film star, she is an icon of the human spirit. Streets in Rome and film festivals commemorate her, and retrospectives of her work continue to draw new audiences. Her films are studied in acting schools for their mastery of emotional realism, and her performances are cited as benchmarks for portraying courage, vulnerability, and raw humanity on screen. Final reflections. Anna Magnani was a force of nature, passionate, fearless, and profoundly human. She lived her life as she acted, unflinchingly, intensely, and with complete honesty. Her work remains a testament to the power of authenticity in art. She proved that cinema could be both beautiful and brutally real, and that a truly great actor doesn't merely play a role, they inhabit it with soul, heart, and fire. Her legacy is eternal. She showed the world that real women, with all their complexity, grief, and joy, could command the screen with a presence unmatched by glamour or polish. personal life and character. Anna Magnani was fiercely independent and deeply passionate, both on and off the screen. She never married formally, but she had several intense relationships. Most famously with Roberto Rossellini, the Italian director who became her professional collaborator and romantic partner. The breakup with Rossellini, after he left her for Ingrid Bergman, was a pivotal moment in her life. Magnani reportedly never fully forgave him, but she continued to pour her emotional intensity into her work, turning heartbreak into art. She had one son, Luca Magnani, born from a relationship with actor Massimo Cerrato. Magnani was devoted to him, often describing her maternal role as one of her greatest achievements. She balanced her motherhood with her demanding career, showing that personal strength and professional excellence could coexist. Magnani's personality off-screen mirrored her characters, bold, outspoken, and uncompromising. She had a reputation for being forthright and direct in interviews and on set. Colleagues admired her honesty and emotional truthfulness, even when it meant clashing with directors or producers. Acting philosophy. Magnani's approach to acting was revolutionary for her time. Unlike the more stylized, theatrical performances common in early cinema, she embraced naturalism and emotional authenticity. She believed in living the character fully, experiencing their pain, joy, and struggles as if they were her own. This philosophy aligned perfectly with Italian neorealism, a cinematic movement that sought to portray life as it truly was, especially the lives of the working class and marginalized. Magnani's ability to convey raw, unfiltered emotion made her the quintessential neorealist actress. She often drew from her own experiences of poverty, love, and struggle, infusing her roles with a deep sense of realism. Directors like Roberto Rossellini, Luchino Visconti, Pier Paolo Pasolini, and Jean Renoir recognized this talent, casting her in roles that required both emotional intensity and physical authenticity. Iconic roles and their impact. Rome, Open City, 1945, her role as Pina, a working-class woman resisting Nazi oppression, made her an international sensation. Her raw portrayal of grief and courage became a symbol of post-war Italy. Bellissima, 1951, directed by Luchino Visconti, Magnani played a mother obsessed with making her daughter a film star. The role highlighted her ability to balance humor, tragedy, and social commentary. The Rose Tattoo, 1955, this Tennessee Williams adaptation brought her to Hollywood. Her performance as Serafina won her the Oscar for Best Actress, making her the first Italian actress to achieve this milestone. Mamma Roma, 1962, in Pasolini's masterpiece, Magnani played a prostitute striving for respectability for her son. Her performance is often cited as one of the greatest in cinema history, blending maternal love, social critique, and personal struggle. The Fugitive Kind, 1960, acting opposite Marlon Brando. She showcased her ability to hold her own against Hollywood stars while maintaining her signature intensity. Cultural legacy. Anna Magnani's influence extends far beyond her films. She helped redefine the representation of women in cinema, portraying them as strong, passionate, flawed, and authentic. She rejected the artificiality of glamour and demonstrated that emotional truth and humanity could create a lasting connection with audiences. Her performances inspired generations of actors, particularly actresses who sought to portray real, complex women rather than idealized figures. Legends like Sophia Loren, Claudia Cardinali, and Meryl Streep have cited her as a model for intense, truthful performance. In Italy, she remains a national treasure. Streets, theaters, and film festivals honor her legacy. Retrospectives of her work continue to attract audiences worldwide, keeping her memory alive for new generations of film lovers. Death and commemoration. Anna Magnani passed away on September 26, 1973, at the age of 65, after a battle with pancreatic cancer. Her funeral in Rome was attended by fans, colleagues, and admirers from around the world, reflecting her immense impact on cinema and culture. Her burial at the Cimitero Monumentale del Verano cemented her status as a beloved Italian icon. Even decades after her death, she remains a symbol of passion, authenticity, and resilience. Quality.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.